Welcome back to another episode of the Cage Birds Sing. I am your girl, Sherika Shay, and we got King Ali on the other line. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody? How
Yeah,
y'all
yeah. Y'all got him in the flesh today. Let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about this question. It's a burning question. This gonna be a part two, y'all. This gonna be a part two.
We want to speak today about, black men and black women. Black women feel devalued by the black man. Feel the black man don't respect them how they should. They're going outside of the black women, so black women feel some type of way about that. So we want to, just navigate that conversation and, open it up and see what we can get out of it.
Absolutely.
Today.
That question is scary, to be honest, in my opinion, because we need each other. Period.
Yes.
And I know a lot of us got a lot of healing to do. A lot of us don't realize that we are already whole, but we have things that we need to address. We have emotions that we need to understand, and we need not to give up on each other so easily, right? We've been taken away from ourselves, from our culture, from our history, from the family, but we have to fight to get back to that.
We have moved outside of, the black woman. Me personally want to make somebody feel uncomfortable because the conversation obviously is very heavy. It's emotional, like you said, but it's a problem. It really is a problem. I'm a black man, so I'm speaking not for every black man. I'm speaking literally for myself. I wish, it was an answer in regards to why there's the distance. But I think it has a lot to do with the household as well. I think there's brokenness in the household because we're trying to find the navigation in regards to that love, and we're separated. The black woman and the black man is separated, literally. We go back to slavery, right? And now to this time, and we devalue each other. I don't see you as the queen you are,
Right.
because that's what you are. You don't see me as the king, right? We see each other and we use certain bravados and languages, and that's how we respect each other in that sense. So I think what we have to do is we have to really open it up and dig deep to understand, why am I outside the black woman? What makes me go outside of that? Why I don't see the beauty in you like I'm supposed to see, right? Also, now it's a generational gap as well. There's a big generational gap in regards with, when my father or whoever grew up, black men, they respected the black woman, because y'all was the backbone. Now it's a lot of what I like to say, negativity attached to the black woman. And I don't want y'all to kill me, but, the black men see certain things that not conducive to what they're looking for, right? And whatever that may be, because I don't want to speak for nobody.
Right.
But at the same time, we have to understand that we want to connect with you, right? I don't want to argue with you. I don't want you to disrespect me. I don't want to disrespect you. I want to respect you and understand that I want to love you. And the only way I'm going to be able to love you if you allow me to love you.
Right.
But there's a block there, right? Because she might have been through a lot, past relationships, whatever that may look like for her. And I may remind her of something in the past. But I'm not that, right? So therefore, the problem lies there. Now, you have some of these young guys, they say, well, I'm looking for something exotic, right? I have this conversation all the time in here, I'm sitting in here and I say, well, what do you mean? Why you go outside? Well, I'm looking for something exotic because the Hispanic woman and the white woman, they treat me, but they're submissive, right? And that's the problem that the black women have, just being honest.
I won't say I gotta cut you off right there, cousin, real quick for the ladies, real quick for the one time. So I don't think that we have a problem with being submissive. So you said it a while back. We have been the backbones for so long. And so what happens is with us being the backbones for so long, a lot of women are tired. A lot of women are frustrated. A lot of women are upset with men not meeting them or even trying to come up to a different level or elevate, whether it be their consciousness, whether it be their state of mind, whether it be their education levels and things like that. So I think it has a lot to do with, and it's a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying, because you can't put it on one person. Again, she's been hurt, again he's been hurt, you know what I'm saying. He may come from a fatherless home, or he may come from a motherless home, right, where he lacked the nurturing or the understanding of a woman, or and vice versa. She lacked the nurturing and an understanding of a woman. She learned how to be tough. Her daddy told her not to trust NIGG NIGGSs. This is what they about. This is all they about, right? And so I think that big disconnect right there really is we have to really get to know ourselves and not project onto the other person. Once you get past your own wounds and traumas and triggers, then you can actually deflect or repel certain things from coming into your life and allowing certain things in your life. So a lot of times women, we like to use the heart, right? And a lot of men, if they're not where they think they should be, where they want to be, then I don't want to be like in a relationship, or I don't want to claim you and things like that. But I understand that because there's other psychological things that come along with that, right? So it's just deep, cousin. I know we could talk about this all day long. It's
Right?
mm-hmm.
It's also what you attract and who you attract, right? For that person to be able to generate that quality of who they are as a man. Because everybody can say they're a man, but necessarily don't display that, right? So if you attract a boy, you're going to get a boy, right? And a lot of times we go out and look for certain things in people in places that you're never going to find it, right? Let's just be honest, right? So for me, I don't knock nobody, and I don't look and say to you, judgment. But you have to understand, when you attract something, you want to attract something that's going to be pure, that's going to love you for you, right? And you can grow with somebody, but that person has to be willing. So if you go get Jack down the street, right, that's hanging out on the corner, the odds are Jack down the street that hangs on the corner, he's not about to elevate you.
Right.
You're going to be stagnated right there. That's where the plateau is going to end, right? So let's just be real about it. The same thing, you go get Shanika up the block. Shanika that, like to wear booty shorts, she, that's where she at. That's where her mind is at. So we have to understand, when we look for certain things and we say these certain things, where does it all come from, right? Where does it all stem from? Because you said something that was very important, right? This topic is deep. It's really deep to the point, I see it every day, right? They got visiting here, right? Me and my friend, we was out on the yard and we sit there and we seen how many black women come in the visiting room, right? Compared to the Hispanic women and the white women. And the number is just staggering, right? So support has to be on both ends. Why is that? Why do we lack that? Where is the support for your men, right? So, like you said, it stems from some deeply rooted things, and we have to obviously tap into those things to be able to have a better understanding. But it's sad too, man, because at the end of the day, we should love y'all just like y'all should love us. That's the bottom line.
We do. We love y'all. We love y'all. Now we know y'all love us too. We just got to get past our issues. We got to get past our issues. And we can't blame one another for our issues. We have to take accountability for our issues. That's why it's so important for us to understand our triggers and be able to have that conversation with your potential partner. Like, we have to have that dialogue. All right, loves. So that concludes this episode. This is part 1. Y'all come back for part 2, maybe 3, 4, and 5. All right, loves. And we need y'all to chime in. All right. You got something to say to the people, Ali?
Yeah, just think about it. Obviously, this is something that's real deep. We want everybody to feel comfortable with speaking to it. Because I think, like I said, we're trying to get back to the essence of who we are. We definitely need y'all queens. We need y'all, for sure.
Absolutely, and we need y'all kings too. We need y'all.
That part.
Bet.
That part.
So with that being said, loves, I am a queen.
I am a king.
I am divine.
I am divine.
And my ancestors are proud of me.
And my ancestors are proud of me.
We see y'all next time. Peace.
All right, peace.